But some stuff we can talk about.
Yeah.
We did Hawaii 5-0 last week.
It was awesome.
In its 10th season, they brought out Chad and JT.
It was awesome.
And
Scooter and Skis.
Yeah, we were going to play Chad and JT on the show, and then Chad and JT decided we didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And so they changed our names to Scooter and Skis.
It was so fun, man. And, like, you know, it was being in Hawaii, shooting on a show. I mean, it was a lot of work. We were kind of like MIA last week because we were just shooting, like, for, like, 5 days. But it was so, you know, the crew was amazing.
Wonderful. Best crew I've ever been around.
Like island vibes, you know. They love life. They love their jobs. They're all tan.
And they've been together for 10 years on this show, and then a lot of them were on Lost, which filmed on the same island before that for 5 or 6 years. So this team has literally been together for 16 years.
Yeah, and they didn't have any, like, ounce of, like, bitterness or sort of, like sometimes I feel like maybe in LA a lot of people will have that kind of, like, you know, they want to be in a higher position or something, so they're just kind of like, especially like waiters and stuff, which but because they're not in crew, but I'm just saying, like, as an example, it was such a well-oiled machine. They were so confident, too, and comfortable. I remember watching, like, the cameraman, because there were some, like, dicey shots, like, by a pool, over a balcony, on a roof. The confidence they had, just like, give me the camera, and they're just holding it, you know, just like they're just like, they just knew exactly what they were doing. It was so cool. And then we got to a point too where we were just having fun on camera and just goofing around, and I think that's the best stuff, when you just feel free and able to sort of just like
play,
get creative.
Yeah, it was dope, dude. It was like one of the best experiences of my life. Really just had so much fun. And like the director, Karen, who I'm going to be talking about later, Aces, the first AD, Rich.
Oh, Rich.
Because like first AD, like the directors are in charge, but the first ADs run the set.
Right.
They kind of do what people think directors do, where they're like, all right, everybody, get ready. Set this up, set that up.
Yeah.
That's like the first AD's job.
Yeah.
And they're kind of like the boots on the ground general. And just the way they kept things moving but kept it upbeat was like such a pleasure to be around. And they were so nice to us.
Yeah, my favorite PA was Riley.
Dude, Riley, Rich's son, the AD's son was a PA. We didn't find that out till like the 4th day.
Yeah.
And then we're like, what, dude? You're a legacy?
Yeah.
You and your dad work together?
Yeah.
And then we're like, is your dad ever hard on you? He goes, no. He's really nice. Sometimes I disappoint him though, which hurts. I was like, God damn it, Riley, I love what I'm hearing.
Yeah. He's such a bra too. I love him. He's
Riley was a stud.
He's like, hey brothers, you want to grind in some sandwiches?
Yeah.
And my favorite thing that anyone said to me on the whole trip was, I was like, so what are you doing this weekend? And he's like, bro, I'm gonna have some beers, surf, and try to meet some pretty island ladies. And I'm like, that's the lifestyle that everyone should aim
We were ready
for.
to move to Hawaii after a day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you meet people there who have you're like, they have full Hawaiian accents.
Yeah.
Like that guy, that extra we met on set.
Yeah.
Like, how long you been living here? He's like, 4 years. I'm from Seattle, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you sound like you were born on the North Shore?
That guy was kind of a huge chotch though too, because like there's this extra who like he said something in Hawaii. What was it?
He said like Punganya.
Yeah, which means like you have a huge ass.
Yeah.
And he's like, bros, I just told her she has a huge ass. And she's like standing there. She's like, what? And he's like, yeah, I mean, look at it, right? And I'm like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Hawaii's an interesting place too. Like we heard an alarm go off like over the
Tsunami.
entire tsunami warning, and it ended up being a glitch. But we're just standing there at work, and I'm like, everyone's like, don't worry about it. It's just a glitch. And I was like, are we sure it's a glitch?
Yeah.
And then they told us that they accidentally one time sent out a mass text message to everyone on the island that a nuclear missile from North Korea was coming.
I remember
and
that.
that everyone only had 20 minutes to live.
Yeah.
It ended up being, it was like a top-down menu, and instead of sending the this is a test one, the guy sent this is the real deal one.
Yeah.
Which is like...
And dude, they were saying like when the alarm went off, they're like, oh, that's weird. They usually do that the first Monday of each month.
Yeah.
And so they were like, I thought they were fucking with us, because they're like, yeah, this is weird because this is not the typical time that they schedule this stuff. And so I thought they were just messing with us. Then the next day they're like, no, we were actually like really scared.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But dude, the way they kept their cool.
Yeah.
The way that Rich the AD was like, there was something really profound about it. He's like, hurries the alarms, and he goes, okay, guys, we're going to get word from the authorities soon on what's going on.
Yeah.
But until we get that, let's set this shot up.
Yeah.
He's like, everybody back to position 1.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, we're just going to like, if there is a wave coming, we're just
Yeah.
going to be finishing our jobs while it hits.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like,
It'd be a good scene.
it's a great scene in a movie.
Yeah.
It's like what they make documentaries, like the band played on
yeah.
in Titanic or something like
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
That would really change the whole narrative of that episode too.
Yeah, and of the show. It would
Yeah.
go down as like one of the greatest shows in history.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everyone sacrificed so hardcore for it.
Yeah. Scooter and Skeet got brushed away.
Everyone keeps messing up my name from the show.
Scooter and Skis
Yeah.
got swept away and held on. One guy was holding on to a branch, and I was holding on.
To your
one of
cell
us was
phone.
holding on to the other, and we
Yeah.
saved each other.
While one of us filmed it on a cell phone.
Yeah.
For content.
Yeah.
What was some other good Hawaii? Oh, dude, we heard this, that like in Hawaii they had a huge rat problem. So they brought over a bunch of mongooses to kill the rats.
Yeah.
And then they realized that the mongooses live during the day and the rats are nocturnal, so they never ran into each other.
Yeah.
So it's just like 2 boats passing in the night.
Yeah. No, I was like to that guy. We were filming with that guy Shane, and he's like, "Oh, there's a mongoose across the road." And I was like, "Oh, cool, mongoose." And he looks at me. He's like, "What?"
Oh, like he sees them all the time. It's
yeah.
no biggie.
He was like laughing at me. I was like,
Dude, they're cool.
"It's cool BMX bikes."
Ricky Tiki Tabby. Those are cool BMX bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then speaking of BMX stuff, we shot Real Bros yesterday.
Yeah. Although there's one guy I wanted to mention.
Oh, please.
Five-0.
Yeah.
I forget his name though. He's from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Kamakona.
Yeah.
What's his real name? Do you know?
I forget.
I'll look
He
it
was
up.
your guy, the big man.
Taylor Wily. So Taylor Wily, you might recognize him from Forgetting Sarah Marshall. He's the guy who helps Jason Segel slaughter a pig for the luau, and he gives him a beer on the beach, and he's like, "You should stop crying." And he was a beast too. I didn't really talk to him, but it was cool. He was one of those guys I was just like, he's like, "Yeah, Scooter and Skeet," and you're like, "Skis," and he's like, "Right." And he's like, "No," he's like, "Fresh grinds for the VIPs." Oh, thanks. Not you. Scooter and Skis.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
Good energy. Really nice guy too.
Yeah.
Everybody was nice.
It was
yeah.
it was cool. It was cool.